A string of hope. In a small village lived a farmer who had a son named Sukumar. Once, two distant relatives of the villager, on their way from a pilgrimage, took shelter in the farmer's house. Can we pass a day or two here? Asked one of them. Consider this as your home and be here as long as you like, said the kind hearted farmer out of courtesy. Can I take this mat out to spread it on the veranda and relax? Asked the second relative. Consider everything in this house as yours and use anything you like, said the farmer. It so happened that while the relatives were there, the farmer fell ill, and the two relatives no doubt served him well and tried to cure him. But the farmer died. After the funeral rites of the farmer, the two men told Sukumar, now that the house and everything in it belongs to us, what do you propose to do? Sukumar was an extremely innocent boy. He had heard what his father had told the guests. That is why he could not dispute their claim. But he asked innocently, indeed, where do I go? Is there nothing that I can take with me? Sukumar was holding in his hand a long rope rolled into a ball which his father had made. Well, we are not unkind. You can take whatever you have in your hand, said one of the guests. And so far as your stay is concerned, why don't you build a hut on the Gowl's tank? Proposed the other man. Now, the so called Gowl's tank was a large tank outside the village. Nobody went near it because it was considered cursed. So many people who had entered it over the years had disappeared. It was believed that a Gaul lived in the tank and he devoured those who entered the tank. All right, said Sukumar, and without a word more, he left his home and walked over to the tank. He sat down under a tree and thought over a prospect of building a hut. Suddenly, he saw a squirrel. He was an expert at preparing traps with rope. He soon caught the squirrel and kept it in a small cage he made with sticks and twigs. Next, he caught a hare and kept it in another cage. Quite close to the tank was a cave. In the cave lived a bear. Sukumar toyed with the idea of catching the bear but did not dare to attempt it. He occupied a deserted house near the tank and raised a shade on the brink of the water so that he could sit under it and catch fish. The shade's reflection on the water surprised the water demon who lived at the bottom of the tank. It is he who dragged away those who entered the water. He asked his son, a young demon, to find out who built the hut. The young demon surfaced on the water and asked Sukumar, what are you doing? Sukumar was preparing to hurl one end of the rope with a knot into the lake and pluck a lily. He said, you appeared on time, otherwise, you would have perished. I was going to pull the whole tank with my rope and throw it on the other side of the hill. But I won't do it now if you satisfy me. The young demon disappeared and told his father about the unexpected danger they were about to face. The old demon seriously thought over it and said, It is it is not safe to let such a dangerous man live. But unless he touches the water, I cannot kill him. Go and challenge the man to compete with you in climbing the tree. Once he reaches the top of the branch, throw him into the tank. The young demon challenged Sukumar to climb the tree, saying, let us see who can climb to the highest branch. I have no zeal for such childish things, but you can play with my youngest brother, said Sukumar. Then he released the squirrel onto the tree. The young demon climbed the tree, but how can he keep pace with the squirrel? The squirrel reached the topmost branch of the tree. Yet when the young demon tried to throw it into the water by shaking the branch, it clung onto the branch. The young demon plunged into the water and reported this to his father that it was not possible to shake even the stranger's youngest brother off the tree. Said the old demon gravely. Do another thing. Challenge him to a running race around the tank. Suddenly give him a push and throw him into the water. The young demon went back and proposed the race, but Sukumar said, how do I care to run with you? But if you wish, you can try your stamina with my younger brother. Sukumar then released the hare. The young demon ran with it, but how can he surpass a hare at running? Disappointed, he reached his father in one dive and told him about his failure. Said the demon. Go and challenge him into a wrestling. When he is a bit tired, throw him into water. The young Daman challenged Sukumar to a wrestling. Wrestling with a weakling like you? Well, first go and try your might with my brother, immediately younger to me, who lives in the cave yonder, said Sukumar. As soon as the young demon entered the cave, the bear caught him in its iron grasp and threw him out after giving him a few terrible shakes. The young demon managed to get up with difficulty and plunged into the tank and reported his humiliation to his father, weeping. The demon now understood that he was really facing a great danger. Go and ask him what will satisfy him. Better take some of the gold I have, said the demon. Sukumar looked at the gold and said, this much would not do. Bring more. Next time the young demon bought all the gold they had. Happily, Sukumar carried them into his hut. That very next day, the two relatives met him and said, the villagers are harassing us, saying that we have usurped your house. Suddenly, their eyes fell on the heap of gold. What is this? How did you get this? They asked. By the virtue of this rope, said Sukumar. Please take back your house and everything in it, but give us this rope, they proposed. Sukumar agreed and returned to his home with all his gold. So far as the two relatives are concerned, we do not know what happened to them. That is the end of the story. Let's meet again with another good story. Till then, take care of yourselves. Goodbye.